Welcome back to The Edge. Hey, there's a new Google search engine in the works. Yeah, why not? Have another one. I thought Bard is not search. No, it's not Bard. It's something else. GA4 has a new update on conversions that you want to check out, and product review updates isn't for reviews anymore. You're listening to News from The Edge for the week of April 17th, 2023, here on, wait for it, Edge of the Web Radio.
From the Edge of the Web studios, here's what we're looking at this week.
This is The Edge. I'm your host, Erin Sparks. We're covering SEO and digital marketing news each and every week, separate from our weekly interview series. So check that out as it drops midweek every week. But we want to make sure that we get news to you as quickly as possible. So we're early on the stick this week, and thankfully, so we're back in our Monday spot recording for a Tuesday drop. So this is the Site Strategic Digital Marketing News desk of Edge of the Web. We're title sponsors of Edge of the Web. Very proud of our team here at Site. We are one of the top SEOs here in the country. We want to make sure that we share with you what we do here that's kind of unique compared to other search engine optimization agencies. So we'll talk about that a little bit more in the show, but getting him in as quickly as we possibly can because we missed him for a couple weeks. It is, drumroll please, the Mordy Oberstein, head of SEO branding over at Wix. Sir.
My keyboard is dusty. Sorry. I'm dusting it.
Energy.
I am dusting my key. I live in the desert, so like my keyboard's always dusty. Everything is dusty.
All right, so you didn't have time to dust it. You're 2 weeks off, and you didn't have time to dust it.
That's why it's dusty, dude.
Oh,
I was off
gotcha.
for 2 weeks.
You were, and you've come back in rare fashion. No, every time he comes back from Passover, he's trolling like no tomorrow inside of social.
I have risen because it was also Easter.
Well, I hope you had a good Passover, well rested as well.
Yes, it was wonderful. I really checked out. I legit checked out.
Yeah,
I
noticed
really
that.
barely looked at Twitter.
Yeah, we tried to poke you a couple times, and you just not.
No, I checked out. I needed a break.
Why?
Because Twitter is filled with. It's not even going there.
But now we have 10,000 characters that we can post into a.
I'm not paying for Twitter, so I'm stuck with my 280. Whereas
the good thing is you don't have to pay to read Erin's 10,000 character tweet.
Absolutely.
You sound sick, Jacob. Are you okay?
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm fine.
See, here's the deal: is that whenever I'm sick, I punch out. Whenever Jacob's sick, he jumps in.
Jacob's a warrior.
He really is.
You stub your toe.
I know.
Can we move the day?
I'm a delicate flower.
Tomorrow.
Absolutely.
It's all good. I'm on the mend.
You are on the mend.
If we had to do this last night at about 11 o'clock at night, it would have been really bad.
Jacob.
Oh, thank you. I get it short all the time because then I forget to get it cut forever. So then I go back and get it cut.
So you're saying last night you would have different sound effects, right?
Different sound effects for last night. It would not have been a good show.
Well, we were very happy to have you come in and do the recording. And as soon as you're done, we got to get you out of there.
Go back to bed.
Yes, sir. Thanks so much for jumping in. Mordy, we got a few articles here, got a bunch of articles that we are covering this week, but so much news.
It's a news show.
So a little time, though. What's the biggest news of the day? It's like what's the old saying regarding the Magi?
I
got nothing.
I know that the one that was apparently giving the myrrh was like, hey, we're going to say the gold's from all of us, right?
Yeah. All right. Project Magi. Google's, there it is, from Search Engine Land over there by Barry Schwartz. Project Magi is under work. Google's planning a new search engine while working on the new search features for Project Magi. It's going to help searchers complete transactions while incorporating search ads on the page. All right. I thought AI is not going to be search. That's what we were told. Bard is not search. We had a whole jingle there, but no. Now, Google's coming out with brand new AI technology. They got 160 employees over there, Googlers, that are working, team of designers, engineers, and executives in charge of building out this new search engine that could put, quote unquote, new AI technology in phones and homes all over the world, according to the report from the New York Times. New search engine would learn what users want to know based on what they're searching. In addition, they'll offer lists of pre-selected options for objects to buy, information to research, and other information. At the same time, being more conversational, like talking to a person, earlier reports from Google actually are talking about big changes coming to Google search. Okay. We know they were behind the gun, but are you saying that we are about to have a brand new conversational search with something that's somewhat accurate, that actually has predefined lists of things that you want to interact with? Are we being sheepled? I was just talking about going to the zoo beforehand. If they're all predefined, right? If there's a predefined series of prompts or engagements, are we going to be looking at something that is more structured than actually intuitive? I have no idea where we're going to be going here.
We have no idea.
No, we have none. But
we don't know what this thing is going to be.
A new search engine, though, Morty? A new one?
Wasn't Sundar on 60 Minutes when recording this last night?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm misremembering when he said what, but it's like, 5 years from now, search is going to look entirely different.
Sure.
I have a hot take on this.
All right.
Because I think we're getting all a little caught up in the whole AI thing, and we have to redo the entire search engine because of the AI thing, the AI thing, the AI thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think search should be entirely different, nothing to do with AI. Because I think what you have now in search is a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. So if I search for, the New York Yankees, I get a little bit of this. I get a couple, carousel with the players. I get a couple, maybe the score. I get a little bit of this. I get a little bit of that.
You got to change up your analogies, man. How many times do you go to
All
the
right.
Anyway, you got a good mixture.
I search for Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a couple of pictures. Maybe I get the YouTube channel. Maybe I get, a short little bio. But if I really want to, deep dive into the world of Oprah,
mm-hmm.
it's very hard from the SERP, right? Because you can't give me a little bit of everything, at the same time, give me the deep experience that I want, the immersive experience, use a buzzword that I'm looking for.
Okay.
What I think search should be, we're basically solely on me, which is completely narcissistic, I understand, is a portal-like experience. And I think and going back to an older technology,
that's what that was. That was the goal, right?
Would lend itself to that. And
Absolutely.
I think that's really interesting. I think having a multiple pathway SERP where I can really explore each segment or subtopic or pathway or portal of knowledge and come back out and then go down the next rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fascinating. I think that hits the spot with me. I think as a user, if I'm honest with my frustration with whether it's Google or YouTube, it's just everything. But I don't want everything. I sorry to go baseball again.
Go for it.
But I was on YouTube today.
Yep.
And I get ESPN. I get a little bit of this. I get some Star Trek stuff. I get all this smattering of stuff. And I've been Googling a lot or YouTubing a lot of Yogi Berra lately. Mm-hmm. I'm on a Yogi Berra kick, which happens every once in a while. Yogi's one of my dudes. I would love to go down a giant ass wormhole of everything Yogi Berra on YouTube, and it's impossible.
Almost like an anthology of videos, of content, of audio, of different images, and it learned from your preferences. So,
well, it learns from my preferences, but what it does now is it gives me a Yogi Berra video every once in a while, which is not really what I'm looking for. So,
no, what you're saying is that the future should be something that records your preferences of how you want to search, how immersive you want to be, and be able to provide that level of...
it should give you a segue to go deep. And Absolutely. Right now, my humble opinion doesn't do that. And I feel like we're getting stuck in this whole AI thing. Like, let's make a whole new search engine because of AI. And I'm not saying we should or shouldn't do that. To me, it's a little bit reflexive, but okay. I think there's larger problems and larger gaps than, oh no, we don't have an AI chat experience in our SERP. So what are we going to do?
No, you're absolutely
has
right.
one. We need to make one.
What about remove the chat experience? Could AI in the background see what you react to and do a better job of providing the perfect Mordy experience?
Yeah, meanwhile, I think that's what Google's been trying to do.
Yeah, and meanwhile, it's providing me the perfect Jacob experience, right? So
AI has always been part of the equation on Google, right. But in terms of curating the results, not giving you the
I just had a flash of being John Malkovich and experiencing the perfect Morty experience. My God, you could be in Morty's head. How about that? You could save the Morty experience and share that Morty experience with others.
You could hear all the things that I don't say.
There is a strange small door in my basement. I've never gone through it, but now I'm tempted.
What's that perpetual hum that I'm hearing? No, you're absolutely right, is that we don't have that level of immersiveness, and that's where we really want as consumers. I mean, look at the interaction with TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
There's an incredible image vault that we want to be able, I mean, let alone the shorts. My kids have the worst time going down the rabbit hole on shorts, right? But just your preferences. We should be matching the preferences, not trying to out-engineer everybody. But it's an AI arms race right now, right?
It almost feels like people, and it sounds crazy to say this, that they're just not thinking. There's like, oh, they have the AI, so we need to have more AI. They're going to have AI in their search engine. Our search engine will be AI.
Did you catch the Chaos GPT last week that was trying to figure out how to kill humanity?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was having Passover.
Literally, it was trying to reach out to other AIs to figure out how it could find nuclear arms. Now, that's already happening. The conversations being had with AIs. So
did it say it like it was Star Trek 4? Where are the nuclear vessels?
The vessels. I think it was Star Trek 3. Thank you very much.
4, Voyage Home.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. 3
whales.
3 was the whales.
3 was Search for Spock.
3 was the whales. Oh no, 4 was search. Oh, okay,
no.
That's right. You're right. I got it.
5 we don't talk about.
No,
6 was
that was the undiscovered country, right?
great. That's a. I've seen that one a gazillion times.
The emotional Vulcans.
You guys are gonna have 2 or 3 angry tweets.
We're gonna get the Star Wars people. Star Trek is stupid. Star Wars is so much better.
Okay, 5 or 6 angry tweets.
Let's get them all. It's we're not denominational.
Go play with your lightsaber sticks. Things.
Oh yeah.
Thing goes around.
We absolutely have. All right, shifting gears here real quick. Hey, Google Analytics 4. They have an update, and they're continually updating. From Search Engine Journal from Matt Southern, they got an update once per session conversion counting methodology. An update to GA4 brings greater flexibility in conversion counting, allowing you to choose between 2 different methods. Those methods are once per session or once per user, basically. You can roll through quick adjustment in the admin side of things to be able to finally get something closer to what you were experiencing with UA3, that it was actually associated to the session as opposed to the cross-platform user association, which honestly is what GA4 has been built on, user orientation opposed to session orientation. But if you're looking for those session variables, those session conversions, they have it for you. And I think more and more we're coming in for a landing, folks. July 1st is the adoption date. You have to have GA4 running or you will not have analytics data. So they're trying to make it a little bit more familiar area for the UA audience. Mordy, you've talked a number of times. I've heard you a couple times just talking about GA4, and you're not liking it still, right? It's not immersive enough. That's so much, but
first off, I feel like you're putting me on the spot. Like I'm the GA4, like I'm a local GA4 idiot.
Okay.
I'm at the Forrest Gump of GA4 because I just find it so complicatedly annoying to use.
Right.
And this is a good example of that.
It is. We all had a structure to be able to go to. Even if we wanted to customize everything, right? We had some go-to points. Now, to your point, you got to customize everything.
There's a logic that wasn't like Aristotelian in nature to like figure out the logic, but it was a UI logic.
Yes.
I feel like there is none here.
There
anymore.
is absolutely none. And that's a couple industry right now in its making. Come around and fixmyga4.com. There we go. Got to jump on that real quick. So check it out. That's one more point in our favor to be able to actually count the session. At least it's going to be somewhat in correlation to what you were experiencing in UA3. Is if you're not tracking user conversions cross-platform and you just want session data, there's a relationship right there. It's legacy, and they call it legacy conversions. All right. So, hey, want to make sure that you check out Site Strategics. Go over to sitestrategics.com today. We're a 19-year-old digital marketing firm here in the Midwest, focused on entity SEO and the like, and we derive a lot of our education from this show in particular. We also have a pretty good curation methodology of how we actually mine from our clients some of the best subject matter expertise in their industry, and we put it to work for them. So if you're interested in what we can do for you, just give us a call over at 877-736-4932. All right, that was quick. Just got in and out real quick. Another article. I wanted to park on this one for a little bit here, Mordy. We've talked about this for a good number of months here, especially with all the product review updates that we've been experiencing. Mordy, that's no longer product reviews. The Google April 2023 review update focuses on experience, says Roger Monti over at Search Engine Journal. There's new documentation offering guidance on what Google's April 2023 reviews system update is looking for. So they've jettisoned the reference to product reviews, and now we're in a space where they're associating reviews other than products. So it's services and a number of different additional factors. So that right there, the documentation has changed, and we're still focused on EEAT, but have you checked out anything that's happening from this rollout, or is this way too early again?
I don't see any major shifts happening. I haven't dived into the site or keyword level yet. The aggregate, like the summer sensor is not showing much of anything, but conceptually it's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's something we talked about a lot, right? That it didn't make sense that Google was using the algorithm, the product review algorithm. Now it went from PRU to RU, which is just awesome as an acronym. It didn't make sense that Google was using that algorithm just for product reviews. If you had an algorithm that was able to, let's say, dive deep into whether or not, let's say, you have firsthand experience of something, or that your expertise in something, why would you relegate that to one very, very small corner of the web universe? As in product reviews, if you can train that algorithm, also because the type of content that is product reviews is much more prevalent than just product reviews. That format of content is far more common than just product reviews. It's really any reviews. In fact, I would say it's very similar to pretty much any kind of listicle in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's where it's even going next. I think that, it doesn't make sense even that this should just be relegated to just reviews. I think at some point, the review update will become just an update, or it might just stay as it is, or Google will then take elements of it and incorporate those elements into the core algorithm. But that's just my
completely agree.
Theory.
It's an edge theory. Sorry, that's a little bit of pat there. All right. Hey, the deal is that we've been talking about this for a while. They were training its algorithm on how to understand the nuance of language, right? And obviously there's a lot of different foci that Google's actually focusing on, but whenever it was getting into how to compare products and to be able to understand contextually which review was actually more aware of the usage and the nuances of that product, it was getting its training wheels on that and understanding more and more what do these things really mean whenever you are dealing with human interpretation as opposed to AI, right? So again, AI went into helpful content updates here just recently, but the review side of things, understanding the value of helpful information, has been in this training cycle with product reviews. Now it's out, and now it's not only reviewing services, but, says Google, they're also looking at destinations and media regarding games and movies. Again, all around reviews, not just products. It's growing out of those, and it's taking on additional reviews and complexities. Every time they're going to be reviewing something, a different type of product, a different type of thing to review, it's actually going to learn more about the nuances as an archetype, right?
Right.
As it's growing.
And why couldn't that then eventually be applied to a post like best ways to learn science?
Exactly.
Right? It's the same sort of format.
It really is. And that listicle that you're talking about, then as it breaks away from the listicles, it's actually going to have a full knowledge of the contextual matter of any service or any subject matter expertise. So it's going to be trained on the nuances of that industry or that specialty. There's where we're going to be going here. So it's going to learn all the industries. It's going to learn all the things and what's all the things and what's mediocre.
Your bank account number, security account number.
Yeah, all the things. I mean, it's the Borg. Might as well just Resistance.
It was the Borg. I was shocked, right? I saw it coming, episode 9 of, we're back on Star Trek again.
Has anybody done a John Mueller Locutus of Borg mashup there?
Oh, that's good.
Gotta try that out.
Someone should learn to Midjourney.
Yeah, absolutely. Jump on that. We love you, John. Sorry. It's all in good fun. All right. So check that out and pay attention to these reviews, because that is kind of the moniker of its learning vehicle on understanding nuance of language. Something else that actually has the nuance of language built into it is InLinks. InLinks is a key sponsor of Edge of the Web. They look at entities. Entities are playing a major role in search, more so than anything else. Gone are the days of keywords. Keywords are derivatives of entities, and you got to be able to arm your content with entity research and competitive entity association whenever you're looking at the top ranking pages that are in your way. So it's an award-winning software in entity SEO. It's built around expert level data and analysis, and they're constantly learning. In fact, they just rolled out a new tool that's focused on not only just content creation, but social media post creation based on the entities that are on your site. So it actually can come up with a number of different key concepts to be able to post about as it reads and understands the nuances of your own site. So a good deal of NLP on that software. Go check them out. edgeofthewebradio.com/InLinks, INLINKS today to claim your free InLinks account and start creating content that will outperform your competitors. All right, rallying up here, we have a few posts to go through over at Search Engine Roundtable. Barry's always cranking out the good news. Well, the news, whether it's good or not. One of them.
Always, well, you're saying Barry is not good at the news?
He's always good at the news, but sometimes it's not good news. He's always good at the see commas save lives. They really do. All right. On April 14th, he posted, Google, most links SEOs make to actually gain rankings and manipulate search are ignored, says John Mueller. When it comes to links that SEO are actually making to manipulate search and gain rank position, those links are mostly ignored by Google search. This is a line Googlers have been saying since Penguin 4.0 came out in 2016. He actually said on Twitter, of course, most of those links do nothing. We spent many years ignoring that kind of thing. If private tools like SEMrush and Ahrefs can detect those IPs, which are building backlinks, doesn't Google track them? Oh, well, of course so. So manipulated links are a thing of the past, right? Link farms are a thing of the past, obviously. And if you have a link campaign and they're not doing authentic engagement and contributions into that particular blog site, right? Well, you probably should be rethinking that strategy. What say you, Mordy, on the inbound links factor?
I'm trying to work out getting Bing to create an image of John Mueller as a Borg.
Not going to go to Dolly. Midjourney will crank it out for you.
You have to pay for Midjourney now.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, but it's so good.
I don't have an account.
You don't have $20? It's $20, isn't it?
No, I don't use it like.
If you had it, you would. I mean, look at what Barry's doing. He's got Midjourney all over the place.
No, Barry has completely upped his image banner.
Absolutely.
For his article game immensely.
Oh, yeah.
It is like fabulous.
Oh my gosh. Even the image for that last article, right? It's almost like a Les Mis type of thing. It was amazing.
Go back to it.
Yeah, check it out. There we go. Check it out.
A lot of our thumbnails have Midjourney in it now.
Yeah, we're starting to crank that out ourselves. All right, so another article over at Barry. You keep on doing the John Mueller Borg thing, all right? Google, actually, we're always talking about Google, aren't we?
Well, unless we're talking about Bing or TikTok.
Or social media or Twitter. Oh, by the way, you can actually tweet 10,000 characters on Twitter now.
Hey.
From Google, just because a site is good now doesn't mean it won't degrade in search later. Everybody pay attention to this. Google's John Mueller said on Twitter that just because a site appears to be doing super well in terms of Google ranking and SEO today, it won't one day degrade in value. John added, just because something's in Google News doesn't mean it'll be there forever. He actually responded to a thread, I don't know about your site, but sometimes sites degrade in quality, and sometimes people just sell in Google News sites, and new owners don't put in the work needed. This attrition is natural, is it not? If you're not putting on the good work of helpful content regularly, yeah, your site's going to degrade, and there's never a guarantee that you're ever going to be there. In fact, I'd guarantee the inverse is that you're guaranteed to drop like a rock if you're not continually pushing content and value into your industry. So how about that? There's a PSA for the day.
I think something about John is blocked. Like every time I try to like get Bing to do it, it says, "Oops, try another prompt." Looks like there's some words that might be blocked at this time.
Oh my gosh, he is Borg.
Something's up.
Oh, we got to try this.
It made an image. I'm like, no, that doesn't really look like John. Like, and then I put a URL of an image to John. Like, can you make it look more like this guy?
Yep.
And this is not the first time it's happened. Oops, try another prompt. Something is up. I have a solution to this now. I have a solution.
All right. Well, you keep on doing that. Last article over at Search Engine Roundtable, and this is actually interesting in a number of different ways. Google is actually removing the video thumbnails in search results when the video is not the main content. Again, this whole helpful focus. If you got a side video, it used to actually pick up the video carousel. What is the image interpretation of what he's doing there? He's got a mech battling a guy with a camera. Oh my gosh, that's great. Google announced it will remove the video thumbnail image from the search results that appear when the video is not in the main content of the page. What does main actually mean? It's got to be the focus of the page as opposed to a video that just happens to show up. Google said this change will impact search appearance, the reported metrics for videos in the performance report in Google Search Console. They said that video thumbnails only appear next to Google search results when the video is the main content. This will make it easier for users to understand what to expect when they visit a page. So SERPs are changing all the time, and what you did have on the video thumbnails for these SERPs is no longer the case. So that also doubles down on the fact that you should have video content explicitly. Google has said for a number of years that you should have a dedicated page for the video, and this is a good deal of the representation of proofs in the pudding that they're going to be taking that thumbnail away unless you have dedicated video pages. So go build those and don't skimp on the content. You need to be able to discuss what that video is about, and there's a winning lead right there is be able to jump in, create your video gallery, and such. So how's the cooking going over there?
What do you think?
Let's have a look. Zoom that puppy up. Huh. It looks like he was wearing a night hat.
That's what I got.
It's like a Borg meets John Mueller meets...
Yeah, it's Tron. It's got some Tron in it.
It's some Tron. Yeah. All right. Regen that puppy. See what you got. So for everybody who's listening at home, it doesn't help you at all, but we do have a video up there that you can jump in and check out what Mordy is doing besides being on the podcast.
Well...
It is what it is. You have to. Oh my gosh, that's fun. All right. You know what else is fun? Hashtag
SEO chat.
Thank you very much. Oh my gosh, I just had a senility moment right there.
Oh, I thought that was a bit.
Hashtag SEO chat. Yeah, it's becoming a bit at my household. Hey, Dad, you remember what this is? Okay. Oh, my back. All right. So what's happening on hashtag SEO chat on Twitter? What's happening?
Debbie Chu is hosting.
Very cool.
She's talking about links.
All links? All links?
I don't know yet, but I know if it's Debbie, it's about links.
Got it. And not the manipulated links because Google ignores those, right? As we said in our previous article.
Yes. Not those.
We have to ask Debbie Chu that on hashtag SEO chat. That's 1 p.m. Thursday Eastern, right?
That's correct.
That is correct. All right.
That's correct.
So wrapping up, are we going to be sending over our meme of John, or do we need a little bit more work to do?
I think it might need a little bit more work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we ask our listeners to send in Borg memes? Nothing could go wrong there, right?
No.
I'm sure he'd get pissed at me. That one would cross the line.
Just have Mordy ask for it.
Oh, Mordy, if you wouldn't mind asking.
I'm not doing your dirty work.
Okay, fine. Mordy, it's always a pleasure. Anything that we can promote for Wix right now?
Yeah. It's called Wix, and it's a place where you can build your websites.
All right. Mic drop.
Yep.
There it is. All right. That's it for Edge.
Forget it.
Oh, no worries.
Done.
Check out our interview this week with Brody Clark. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can check out all of our fun memes. And from all of us over at Edge, stay safe, stay well, and news out. Don't be a piece of cyber drivel.
News out?
News out. News out.
News in.
No, news
Fire
out.
bad.